I'm prepping my inflammatory comment.
You only have one?
The comments, plural.
All right. Well, we're live, everybody.
Whoop.
How's everybody doing this wonderful, finally cool Monday?
Enjoying it.
Walking around in a terry cloth robe like a middle-aged divorce lady.
Oh my god, that was me today too. I don't think I took my robe off at all, and we even had somebody whose dog ended up on our property, and I called her and was out standing in the front yard holding the dog in my bathrobe.
The hair wash day is the only reason I didn't have a messy bun, and I don't smoke Senecas, so I couldn't have fit the bill completely.
I've been dressed as Bob Ross most of the day because it's homecoming and it was dressed like a celebrity day.
Oh, you did do that today.
Yep.
I noticed you didn't do it while you were at home so I could take a picture of you.
Nope, because the Bob Ross wig is up at work because I also use it for my leprechaun outfit for St. Patrick's Day.
Ah, yes, the celebration of the genocide of pagan peoples in Ireland.
That's
The
like
reason to get drunk.
that's like every holiday, Jake.
I didn't say it wasn't.
But the rest of this week is dress up for homecoming. And starting tomorrow, several of my classes are going to be down to 2 kids because band is going to be out. So I have a pretty chill week. The only problem is I have stuff to do at home that I'd rather be doing than sitting up there staring at 2 kids who are like, "Are we actually doing anything, Mr. Hall?"
Test day every
Avoiding
day.
teen pregnancy.
Oh, it's I've already messed with a few of them that there's a test. I've had the band instructor call me and I told her don't tell them Miss Player, but no, they don't have a test, but tell them they got like 2. And she started laughing, and I have band kids sending me a ton of messages on Remind about what assignments they need to make up this week. It's a little mean, but it's also kind of funny. So,
This baby's got one sock on, and I am not waking her up by putting on the other. She can have one cold foot.
yeah, let her sleep. She got shots today. She's had it rough. She also has trust issues now.
She mad at mommy.
Anyway, so as a reminder of what we did last week, y'all regrouped, had a break, and then rode out of Dampton down towards Gree, and the evening ended with 2 of the party members flying off on a magic broom while invisible, having 2 fairly bad stealth checks, and having fireballs lobbed in their general area but not hitting them. So we'll pick back up with the twins. Y'all were flying into the damp wood west of Gree as fast as the broom could take you, and the rest of the party was about maybe, let's see, let me double check this. Y'all are probably, if you were to ride down there, the folks that are north, you're still probably about 3 hours, 4 hours away from where Gree is. And y'all are watching explosions go off above this camp, like fireballs, a couple zaps of lightning. And that's where we will pick up with the twins, who are on a broom, moving as fast as broom can broom.
I think they saw us.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
The big fireballs just front. They is it Wreckmas Day? I don't think it is.
Just
That's
don't.
like
Sorry, I accidentally muted myself. Just don't be a punk about it.
As you say, don't be a punk about it. Y'all don't get hit by another fireball, but it's warm enough to singe, and y'all can definitely feel it towards the back of the broom.
You know, if they hit this one of these, your broom's probably going to burn, right?
It can't. It doesn't do that. But I do agree. We should get the F out.
Yeah. GTFO ASAP.
Which way did we come from?
Y'all came directly from the north.
That way, I'm going to point directly to the north. Like maybe we should kind of take it wide though.
Okay, what if I make our seeming make us look differently, and we'll say, no, somebody else on a different broom.
Somebody else on a different broom. That would probably work, except for the whole it's on another broom thing.
I feel like you're underestimating.
What was that, Cannon?
And they're invisible. Nobody can see them.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're invisible.
Y'all are invisible. You had some bad stealth checks. So they know something's out there, but they don't know where you are. They just know a general area where they think they saw something, and they are not taking chances.
This is not good.
Okay, but here's the important part we need to know. What did we learn? Because they're going to be like, hey, did y'all learn anything?
Yeah.
What? You know how Arvax is.
Yeah. Maybe the whole army at Gree, guarding Gree, mustering at Gree, like surrounding it, occupying it. I mean, there's that little thing. So there's that. We learned that. That's the thing that we learned.
Well, should I go higher?
It's probably a good idea. And make sure we stay out of the range of those fireballs.
Okay. Hewitt, you ever rode on a jet ski with a person who loves to be a horrendous person?
I have never ridden a jet ski.
Oh. Okay, so imagine, if you will, if you're on the water and you're like, hey, this is fun, and you're going about 70 miles an hour, and then you automatically turn left.
Just to be an ass.
Yeah, but straight up is what we're doing.
Okay, so you just decide to zip the full movement of the broom up.
Mm-hmm.
Which at the moment seems to have gotten you out of the range of several of these spells. Roll me, since you're the one navigating this, Moose.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me athletics at advantage or acrobatics at advantage for fancy broom techniques.
15.
15. Okay, you're doing pretty well.
Can my brother hold on though? That's the important part.
Well, the question is, I know that you were flying up high above the tents anyway, and you've gone up twice already. So, what's the movement of the broom?
60 feet.
So, we've gone 180 feet above where you started at, which I believe was already fairly high up, correct?
Yeah, I was probably pretty high. I don't remember how high.
Okay. Let's see. Mularn, give me a strength or athletics check to keep a hold of your brother as he decides to keep going up and it's getting cold.
I am bad at both of these things. I got lucky with that one.
You hold on tight, but you start to feel ice form underneath your nose where it's running a little bit. I shouldn't say ice. Your nose is starting to run and your eyes are starting to run with the altitude that you're going up, and it's starting to get very windy.
Can we just? I think we're high enough now. Can we just go?
All right. I just go.
Okay, it's going to take y'all a minute to get back. Also, I'm assuming that you waited to cast invisibility until you got closer, not right when you left the group. Because you don't travel that much faster than a horse on the broom. Back to the people on the horses. Y'all are watching a bunch of explosions and lightning bolts happen above the camp.
I'm gonna assume that's about where the twins are, and someone can see them when we can't. Or one of them did something dumb to show where they were. So that's a great sign.
Perry makes bear noises in agreement. Would that be a...
Pretty much, yeah.
So what?
Fair.
So Tarl, Newgate, Arvax. What y'all doing? Gestalt has kind of gone catatonic.
I think we need to pull up on the range and halt until these guys get back, because I don't want to go into that.
Oh, no, we need to wait for them. See what the heck they saw, but I have a feeling it's not good. Maybe we should have just gone up to golf and down.
The Gestalt is here.
How did you think it was Tuesday? It's always Monday.
I don't know. My brain.
It's not always Monday. It's Monday 1/7 of the time.
The game is always Monday, Moose.
He was thinking today was Tuesday.
How did you miss a day?
I don't know. I guess it's just.
It was a hell of a weekend.
I thought I was gonna miss today because I had to go to New Orleans for work today,
Oh, boo.
Damn.
and I drove there, and then I took 20 minutes to park at 2-lane, and then I went go meet somebody, and then we did nothing, and then I left at 1 o'clock.
This
And I'm gonna
tracks.
head out. I'm gonna head out and beat the traffic.
This tracks. Again, I forget also for y'all, like New Orleans is a 2-hour drive, not a 5 one.
6-hour drive.
Well, it's only 6 hours because once you get to Metairie, you're still an hour outside of New Orleans, depending on the time of day. So, Gestalt. Bunch of explosions and lightning bolts erupting from the camp that's probably about 3-4 hours away from y'all if y'all were to continue on forward.
We're gonna have to come up with an alternate route.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should avoid that if possible.
I vote we go through it.
Yeah, no, that's probably not a good idea.
Think about it right now. They're confused, scared, looking to the skies. They'll never expect a cavalry charge.
I can guarantee you they are not scared, possibly confused, and we are not a cavalry. We are a horse, a disguised nightmare horse, a bear, and a bunch of schmucks. We're not gonna scare anybody. Plus, we're all kind of wanted, so I'm pretty sure if they can see them invisible up there, they're gonna be able to see through any of the disguise magic on us.
All the better.
No, it's really not. Ugh.
I don't
elsewhere.
understand. You serve an orcish deity, but you exhibit such cowardice.
It's not cowardice. It's caution and having.
Ah, caution! The thing Grumsh is most known for.
You know, you don't know me, so I'm gonna let that slide. But caution is how you have to live out where I've lived my entire life. I've had to deal with these fuckers my entire life. Not in this amount, luckily, until now. I'd like us to get where we need to go without dying. Which I've done twice. I'd rather avoid a third time before we accomplish anything.
Yeah, not dying would be good.
Not dying is great. To the east is Tottenham, but I think that's an even bigger town, which means it's probably going to be even more full of these fuckers.
As a
Put it, if they have a military camp here, would they not have diverted troops? They're moving into the damp wood and are seeking out apostates, basically.
Yeah, they've already done and tried and succeeded partially in that. And when they're in there now, they're going to run into something pretty nasty, so I'm not too worried about that. But
Yes, but alright, DM, real quick, I need to know, because I would have come from the coastal region. Is like lit and golf still pretty free, or is it military outposts as well?
the Woven branch, for the most part, is what's been coming through, and that's the military police, like the religious police. You hadn't actually you haven't actually seen the military up that far north because they would have had to come from the south to Hillens, and then they would have spread out.
So they are marching northward.
yeah, they want to cleanse the whole area.
Exactly. So if they are marching northward, they won't be here for long before they move on to the next location. That's how marching works. You start at one point and then you march
Yes,
to
I'm
another.
aware of how marching works. We just don't know what direction they're going or how long they're going to stay in one spot.
North. They're heading
Yeah, there's a
north.
lot of north, if you haven't
Okay.
noticed.
This direction from whence we came.
I'm aware. So what? Should we just go hide in the damp wood until they move on?
No. We should kill them. As many
We are
as
not
we can,
going to
as
kill a
quickly as we
fucking
can.
army.
Yeah, I think an army might be outside of our wheelhouse.
Not the whole thing, but you sow dissension among the ranks.
So we're gonna.
We are a small guerrilla force. The
Okay.
rebellion is a small guerrilla force. We are facing a titanic enemy. The only way is non-traditional warfare.
Dreyfus, you worked with these people. How well is his plan gonna work?
Depends on where you strike.
Exactly. We have inside information.
No, I worked for the Woven branch. I know how they work. The writ of land. The only thing that logically would make sense is if we hit one of the edges that's not near the central camp, which is probably at Gree. Their alert will be up after, and as he says that, there's one last fireball that goes off. That
I hope that didn't blow them up.
If you have a way of communicating with the two that left and have triggered this descent, perhaps we could organize in concert. They could make another pass near
We
the
don't have
damp
anything
wood.
that reaches that far. We've got some sending
You've
stones, but
died
they
and
only...
come back to life twice, and you can't call out to your party members.
Like, magic-wise? No, we have sending stones, but you have to be certain space away, and they're way too far. And we have no
For
more sending
sending
scrolls.
stone.
They were kind of made on the fly.
Bootlegged. Got it.
yeah, y'all have bootleg telephones.
Look, we had a weird year last year. Some things needed to just kind of happen quickly.
Lots of excuses that I'm hearing, but sure.
Greg is riding behind Newgate, I believe, correct?
Yeah, he's on the horse with me.
Greg is going to fumble through a pocket and hold up a little scroll. I got this.
Is that a sending scroll?
I stole it.
From
Ah,
where?
good lad. I take it from him.
Where did you steal it from, Greg?
I plead the fifth.
Was it
Open it
friend
up.
or no?
I plead.
You didn't.
I plead the fifth.
Did you steal it from the fire lady?
Fifth.
Oh, she gonna be mad
Just-
at you.
What concern is that of ours? We are in the middle of nowhere. They obviously don't miss it, or they would have come after you.
I'm just gonna make sure Lane isn't gonna be mad at him when we go back.
People get over it. Or they don't.
But you now have in possession a small scroll, Newgate.
I mean, I don't know magic, so I can't read this fucking thing. Are any of you magically inclined?
Slightly, but the more magic-y ones are up there.
Doesn't.
A cleric, you have a connection to divine magics. Possibly you can read this thing. And I toss the scroll to Tarl.
I'll take a gander at it and see if I notice anything.
I always forget that he's a cleric because he just likes to smash things.
And fireball them.
Yeah, that too.
It seems to be a scroll of scrying.
We might be able to contact them with this.
Is it a sending scroll?
Scrying scroll.
We might want to hang on to that. That could be useful in other ways.
Greg then produces a small jar. I also have this.
Are there bees in it?
It's a whole jar of bees.
Do not open the jar of bees, Greg, please.
He puts it down and holds up one full of glitter.
Save it. They might both come in useful, bud.
Oh God, glitter bees. So, y'all have this in your possession. Gestalt, Tarl, what are y'all looking at as this discussion has been happening? And you've been handed the scroll, Tarl.
I'm still looking at all the fireballs going on, thinking I don't want to be in the middle of that, but I kind of agree with the guerrilla strikes under stealth to upset the armies.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm with Arvax. I want to try to avoid things if possible.
Okay, Barry,
Yes.
where does the Peregrine stand on this?
Peregrine is going to do what Arvax is going to want to do, pretty much.
Okay, so y'all have this scroll. The majority of the party seems to want to avoid, but a guerrilla strike might not be out of the question.
We also got 2 party members we gotta wait on.
If you're going to wait on them, what are you going to do? Because it took them a minute, and then there were explosions in that direction. If they survived, it's going to take them a minute to get back.
Is there any cover other than across the river in the damp wood?
Watch this. Hold on. And they can see in the dark, correct? They looked elven, but I don't know. You people change forms so often.
Is it nighttime?
Yes.
Everyone but Perry, I think, has dark vision.
Wonderful. All right, I hop down off my horse. I am going to go find a stick. Just any sort of stick. If I can't find a stick, I'll use fucking sword.
You,
I am then going.
there is a stick.
I am going to go to the spot where we are, and I am going to draw a very large arrow. I'm going to try and do it in such a way that it would only be visible as an arrow from the sky.
All right,
I'll roll a check.
roll me
if you want.
roll me a sleight of hand on that one. I think that would be the. I think sleight of hand would be best for this. You successfully do that. You create a large arrow on the road that you space out wide enough that most people might not notice it.
Hold on,
But-
I think I have reliable talent on this. Yeah.
So that should have been a 20 instead of an 18.
Yes.
Okay, so definitely. From the air, someone could tell that
Well, it
there
should be a
was
21.
there should be an
'cause I
arrow.
rolled a 7 on.
You rolled a 7.
Yeah, when you hover
Okay,
over it, it says dice roll
Okay, I was
7.
looking at the 8 instead. So 21. So from the air, someone would be able to notice this is an arrow, but the way it's a very long, stubby arrow because of the width of the road
Yep.
versus the length. But from the ground, it just kind of looks like a little rut.
Yes, that was my goal. All right, and I'm going to point the arrow off towards Tottenham. And I'm going to tell the rest of the group that if we are not going to capitalize on the confusion at the camp, then the least we can do is change positions. It is no longer safe on the road. It is time to take these little ponies out into the field. Tracks are less visible there. You don't have a lot of experience running from the law, do you?
Mostly we just fight the law.
Running's
I
pretty
do
new to
that
me
as
in
well,
general.
but in my experience right now in this conversation, you're not wanting to fight the law. But okay, I am drawing this arrow. Tottenham will possibly be our best place to link back up. So I believe we should start heading in that direction. Whenever they fly back over, they will see this arrow pointing in the direction. Who the fuck else besides us is going to draw an arrow pointing in a certain direction that's only visible from the sky?
You'd be surprised with the things that Mulak can come up with.
Do you not trust these people?
Oh, I trust him. I just know him better, you know. And Mulak likes to come up with some wild answers to shit.
Ah, wonderful. Perhaps I have chosen to travel with morons.
I didn't say he was stupid. I just said he has a wild imagination.
You just implied that he would not be able to understand a simple missive of an arrow pointing in a fucking direction.
I didn't say he wouldn't. I'm just saying I also know that he likes to
Then
come up with
what is the
conspiracy
point?
shit.
What are we doing here? Why I feel like we are spinning our cartwheels in place. I'm giving a suggestion. We move on. If we are not going to do something about these people in Gree, you have a mission. We are going to assassinate the higher-ups of the church. We need to get towards their leadership post. Let us circumvent Gree if we're not going to cause confusion. This seems a good way. They are separated. We will leave breadcrumbs.
Notice I never said it was a bad idea.
The only thing I can notice is the apathy in your voice.
That's just her voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 100%
my-
just her voice.
That's just her voice.
Probably just get used to it. That's how I sound.
Like we gave her a gift one time, and it was thanks.
You sound the same. Shut up.
She is right about that, dude.
Fair.
Yeah, no, basically all she's saying is Mulak and Mularn like to kind of think and overthink, and what might seem like a simple arrow ends up being some crazy enchanted thing.
I'm also assuming y'all are walking and talking at this point, not just standing at the giant arrow in the road.
Yep. I'm walking.
Oh, I did not. I made no such assumption.
I'm sorry. I figured after you made the point of you're just spinning the wheels, it's not a bad plan. I figured people were moving while still talking about this. That might
No,
be
I
bad.
would have. The moment we started moving, I would have said. The whole reason I'm arguing is that we weren't moving.
I mean, frankly, Peregrine wasn't moving because Peregrine's very literal, so she was just standing there too. But if the group is moving, Peregrine is moving with them.
If we are
Arvax?
moving, I have
Oh.
no cause for argument. I simply wish
No, I mean,
that we do one thing or the other.
I figured once you made your point, is what I'm saying, Jake, is that y'all started moving because it was a valid point.
I make
Well,
no
we're
such
moving now.
assumption.
One way or the other.
Okay.
We're moving.
Okay, back to Mulak and Mularn, Scooty Puff Junioring over near the Dampwood. Is there already a cockamamie plan coming together, Mulak?
Yeah, to head back to people.
That is not a crazy plan, Moose.
If only we had a jar of bees.
Now that's how you cause confusion. Is you cast you give it to Gestalt, have him chunk the jar of bees, and cast Conjure Barrage.
I do enjoy bees.
Oh God, I just mentioned something someone's going to try now.
You mentioned that Greg has bees. They were going to get used for something.
You also don't know what else Greg has in his bag.
I don't think I want to know some of it, probably.
He threw a poo bomb earlier. Okay, twins.
Stop, Cat.
What are you doing to try to get back other than flying at, I guess, a dash, so 120 feet around, right?
Yeah.
Are you keeping invisibility, or are you going to do anything else to try to speed it up?
Right. I'll keep invisibility up. Let's see here. It lasts. How long we been gone?
I don't know. Maybe an hour since you've left where they
Okay.
were blowing stuff up, and it took you all almost 3 hours to get down there.
Okay. I'm going to. So invisibility has fallen. I will keep an eye. If it is necessary, then I will throw it back up again. So yeah. So I guess we have to try to go around them.
I guess, yeah.
That's probably the smartest. That's probably the smartest thing. All right, let's
We'll just head straight there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking to what you said. We cut around Geet because army.
We were over that. No.
Y'all went over it and continued to
we are-
fly a loop around through the dark or the
Yeah.
Dampwood, and then head back to where everybody was.
Yeah, we're heading back to the group. Once we reconnect with the group, it's probably a good idea if we go around Gree and the big army that's there.
Yes. We should probably even head to maybe like Tottenham.
That's probably I was thinking that. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see Arvax's quest or whatever, where she's got to end up, because I mean, we could always keep going, make it take a little bit longer, but keep going all the way to Hoot and Holla, and then come down into Helens from there. So that's also an emergency option if we need to.
Well, let's go pick them up and let them know.
Yeah.
And we'll just
And
keep flying until we get to where they were.
Okay,
Or where we think they are.
Okay, both of y'all roll me a perception check. When you get there, your party is nowhere to be seen, but it looks like a giant chunky arrow is on the road.
They've been kidnapped and taken that way.
Would they have taken him that way, or would they have taken him, or would that be a red herring?
I want to go down and look at the arrow.
Okay, the lower you get, the less of the arrow. If you're just like flying lower directly over it, it's an arrow pointing towards the southeast.
Was there like a scuffle marks? Like if people were like, is there blood stains all over the area?
With a 7, Mulak, the road, it's dark. You're seeing kind of in shades of gray. There are some dark spots on it. Mularn with the 12, those are just dark spots on the road. But you don't necessarily have to tell your brother that.
I think those are just dark spots. Are we overthinking this? I think we're overthinking this.
Yeah, this seems like a. I mean, we're probably not overthinking it, but it seems like they're probably saying, "Hey, this way."
Yeah.
But if we get there and they're kidnapped, we're fucking right.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll start heading that way.
And we'll have to save them again. It's
Second
Let's go.
verse, same as the first.
I mean,
Okay. To the rest of the party, what speed are y'all going at?
Kill the horse. Kill the horse speed.
You're going kill the horse speed. You're like just going to say, let's full on gallop Newgate.
There's an army, and they're gonna send out sentries. Yeah, I'm booking it.
Okay. Newgate.
I'm up to stay up all night and ride.
Okay. Newgate is going to take off. Is the rest of the party in agreement with your new ally?
Might as well keep up.
I'm riding with Arvax.
I'm a tribe, but I'm the horse in this situation.
You are also
This is true.
You're also a full-fledged Peregrine.
That's what I mean.
And faster than the horse, so really it's just you're going full speed.
Am I faster than the horse? I'm not faster than 60.
A standard riding horse is 50.
Oh, 50? I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
faster than that. Hang on, let me check.
I
No,
thought-
I'm only 40. I need
I
haste
thought
to be faster than
in a
that.
warhorse 60.
It is. I think it
Because
is.
mine, mine technically categorized as a warhorse, but
Well, I mean, if y'all are going at the speed you're going at, it is probably best to go at the speed of still the slowest individual, so you don't lose them. But
yeah.
But if you're still
Definitely,
going
but mostly I was talking about riding through the night.
right, okay. So what I need everybody to
Yeah, we're
do.
not going to leave Perry behind.
Okay, what I need everybody to do then is to roll me. First off, I need all players to give me a con save that are doing this, including the twins, because y'all are flying a broom through the night. Gestalt, you're good.
+3 from me.
Okay, if everybody's within range of, if everybody's in range of her. All right, so Gestalt, Perry. Okay, so everybody that is riding is good. Let me roll for your NPC companions. Let's see if they stay on brand. Greg, where are you, Greg? Also, because I keep forgetting this, if everybody stays within 10 feet of Dreyfus, you gain an extra 5 feet of gain 10 feet of movement. So, aura of alacrity, everybody's able to move slightly faster. Dreyfus is going to take a point of exhaustion. Greg's good. Mularn, you're going to take a point of exhaustion.
Mm.
But as y'all are galloping through the night, y'all are going to make it to almost to the outskirts of Tottenham, and the twins, I'm going to delete that token. Y'all mostly catch up to where you can see them off in the distance because it's, 3 horses, and at this point, a bear, because seeming would have worn off, making their way through the hills and the plains towards Tottenham.
I think we've pronounced this town like 6 different ways.
Tottenham to Tottenham to Tottenham. Anyway, by early morning, the horses are pretty spent.
How long does what you call it last?
What'd you say?
Does Fine Sea just last until it can't anymore? Just last till it lasts? Like, or
If you link the spell, it should be under duration.
Duration is instantaneous. They're there until you dismiss them or they take enough damage to reach 0 HP. Magical horse.
Just like a familiar.
But even the two... and by the way, when Seeming drops Newgate, well, you summoned it as just a regular horse, didn't you? Not as normal.
you started making noises, so I figured it was still going to look the same when you drop.
Okay, so we'll say that when Seeming ends, this is a rotten, desiccated horse corpse that she is riding on that has a sword going through its head, giving it a unicorn head. As that happens, the horse that Dreyfus summoned starts to give it a wider berth on its own.
I decided to change his name. It's not Pookie anymore. His name is Binky.
It's Binky.
It's Binky.
Oh. Well, that does not leave credence to the claim that Grump's worshippers are evil at all.
Not evil. Just looks a little different.
Ah!
It sounds a bit different, don't you? Doesn't matter what I do. Some people are going to think we're evil anyway.
I mean, to be
Except the
fair,
ones you-
Objectively, necromancy is regarded as evil by most society.
I didn't necromance it. It's something I summoned.
It is an undead creature that you summon that makes you
I'm
a
not
necromancer.
quite sure what it is exactly.
It is
but it runs
clearly
good.
not a living horse.
It could be a celestial. You never know.
It could. All I know is it runs fast. It freaks people out, so I'm good.
Dreyfus, I normally summon this as an elk.
Oh, good for you. I mockingly clap for him.
He just stares at you and goes back to what he was doing.
Which is riding the horse.
But as the sun starts to come up, twins, you notice them off in the distance. Perry, because you have a 20 perception, you know that something is in the air following y'all a little ways behind.
If she turns and looks, is she able to tell that it's them?
It looks like 2 things on a broom.
Dope.
I mean, would the broom be visible at this distance? Wouldn't it just look like 2 dudes spooning floating through the air?
You know what? I like that description better. That's funnier. So yes, it looks like that. But by the time you make it to the outskirts of Tottenham, again, your rides are spent. The twins have caught up. Dreyfus and
I will simply hop off the horse as it begins to slow down from a trot to a walk, about to give out. I just dismount the horse, keep walking towards Tottenham.
okay. Roll me a acrobatics for how stylish this is and how well you do it.
Okay.
Get you 100% do it.
All right. My minimum on that is 10 plus 22. So yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Let's see. How
Aha!
does
My macro work.
hold on. Greg face plants trying to do what you do. Like Newgate swings a leg over, hops off and just hits the ground like mid stride. Greg looks amazed and tries it and just face plants straight into the dirt as the horse keeps running off.
But I'll turn around and help Greg back up, and I'll be like, "You have to get your sea legs, lad. You have
But-
to shift and move, pivot the hips."
But
I'm gonna get down, kind of next to him, and do that thing from Happy Gilmore. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hip.
Greg joins in this hip thrust rotation dance type.
Conga line it towards the town.
What about everybody else? Two of y'all have celestial mounts, but there's also a Peregrine is starting to get tired.
I'll pull up to a stop and wait for them to catch up.
You're waiting on the twins, Arvax?
Or at least slow down enough to where they can catch up a little faster.
Okay.
So you keep pace with the conga line,
Pretty much.
because we're not moving fast.
No, you're moving at your speed plus Greg's 5 foot less speed.
I don't dismiss my mount yet, though.
Twins. Well, I mean, you're getting close to the town and you're riding a monstrosity.
No, we're not there yet. I will.
Twins, you catch up with everybody. What's up?
We will in fact land.
Okay, y'all are outside of the first little town y'all went to, or little hamlet you went to of Tottenham, where you got your first horse from.
Oh, good. You didn't get blown up.
I was close there for a second.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's bad. And
The
by
fact they saw
bad,
you invisible or everything around Gree?
oh no, everything around Gree. It
Okay, no.
is, yeah. There is a large force guarding the city. There is a large force garrisoned at the city. There is a large force surrounding the city,
Fun.
and the majority of it is rid of land.
Fun. Not surprising, but fun.
Those poor people.
So
Oh.
that's where we're at.
I will dismiss my mount now.
It lets out a blood-curdling scream as it dissipates into black smoke.
Bye,
That's
Binky.
horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
You get
Oh,
used
man.
to it.
I like Binky.
I'm not trying to change my image.
Better watch out before I cut myself on that edge there, Arvax.
I'm sorry.
You're in the same house as me.
It was a little funny. So, as y'all make your way into Tottenham,
He gave me vicious mockery on a fucking rogue, so I have to viciously mock. Sorry, you're the you're the easy target tonight.
so as y'all make it into the hamlet, the first thing, especially for the folks who were here literally like 2 years ago, actually no, 3, I think, in the way we played the game, it's quiet. And this had been a bustling small village when y'all first came, and dealt
That's
with
a bad
and
sign.
dealt with the cult leader that had been here. What was
I
that?
remember that. Remember that half dragon horse thing that was here that you bought.
I didn't
And
buy it. Your brother bought it and ended up hating it.
that's who I'm talking to. And then that thing made our lives kind of miserable for a while.
Because you were addicted to it.
I was not addicted to it.
I didn't have any problem with Amantha. It's really quiet. I don't like it.
That's what
Yeah.
happens when people are oppressed. They hide.
Maybe
See,
they
all
should be.
almost all the towns here I've seen have been similar. The joy has been sucked out of these lands by these fucking zealots.
Peregrine, you start to smell something rotten.
Uh-oh. I think there might be dead stuff here.
Have you turned back into regular Peregrine instead of Peregrine?
Yeah, she would have shifted back into the
No,
hybrid
she's just
form.
going.
Nah,
What's the-
basically, as soon as we slowed down and she didn't have to be like full speed anymore, she would have shifted.
You say there's dead stuff here in human form?
Yeah. Y'all be
Charles,
able to
Charles
understand
looks around, his eyes get really big, and he's gonna say, "Those bastards better not!" And I'm gonna run into the town.
As
it.
y'all
She's
make it,
gonna go after him.
as y'all make it into the center of town, you can see that there are people who have been hung from makeshift gallows that line the road back to the outside of town that goes back south to the Waystone, the way you had originally came up here. And at the center of the town, on what looks like so they had just cut down a tree and shoved the full-size log down to the ground, you see the prior of the town. Find his name again. Or sorry, it's not prior, but Vicel Morton. He was a human man that had been kind of left in charge of this little hamlet. He is riveted, for lack of a better word, to this post. And he's been here a minute. All these bodies have been here a minute. And hanging from his torso is a long scroll that has been weathered with or it's been aged by weather. It is written in Elvish at the top and then Common towards the bottom, but it is a condemnation script and a warning to not allow heresy within your area. You cast Detect Magic.
Is it signed?
It is signed by Elder Prior Elvorn.
I'm gonna take it, roll it up, and put it in my bag and save it to shove down Elborn's throat.
They already knew they didn't care about taking out their own.
Let's see. So
People have died.
let's see.
They were butchered.
I'm
is
well
Yes.
aware.
Let's see. Mulak, as you cast Detect Magic, you can see there is illusion magic up, and as Newgate grabs the writ, Magic Mouth goes off and starts reciting the litany of supposed crimes of Morton and those of the hamlet of Tottenham.
Which include what crimes?
Allowing an apostate to preach and practice heresy by converting to said or by such apostate's religion, aiding and abetting enemies of the church and state. It just continues on. It even goes into things that you know this man couldn't have done. Like, it's anything and everything, some of which I will not say on stream. But, oh, Egg McGriddle asks, what are we writing? It is a terrible thing that was written. But it is a long list to make him look bad. And that this town was made an example. Or this village was made an example. As y'all are doing this, Dreyfus is going to start cutting people down.
I'm right there with him.
Peregrine's gonna start using move earth or mold earth to just start kind of making a big hole in the ground, like in a grassy area.
I'm gonna start walking up. I'm gonna start walking up to people and kind of use prestidigitation to kind of clean them up.
Arvax is getting them down and everything.
Okay, so y'all are going to start clearing out bodies. Tarl, what are you doing?
As a cleric, I'm going to start praying over the bodies that they might go to a better place.
Could I potentially check around the town to see if there's anyone?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Time to investigate. Not really, but
With a 14, you find that the town is empty. Like
they
the
really got everyone.
like the number of dead bodies that y'all are taking down and burying is not the number of people that had been in this little town before.
But it's abandoned.
Oh, so some of these people were brought here then.
Well, no, these were probably
Everyone else probably got out or was taken.
These were townsfolks that were townsfolks. These were townfolk that were here. But it's not the entirety of the population. Like, even one of the bodies you take down is a damp guard. So the local village guards or the non-religious minor law enforcement, because in some of these towns, you know, the diocese couldn't even type situation.
Okay.
Alrighty. Boop, boop, doo, doo, doo. Y'all give me just a second. It's a big map.
we switching maps?
We are.
Oh. How far is Tottenham from the Waystone? I don't remember.
It took y'all about 4 days by foot to get there, but y'all also weren't in a rush. Okay. So let me switch y'all over. Let me, I will add sight to anybody's tokens who don't have sight. Give me just a second. Okay. Newgate, do you have vision?
Yeah, I can see a map.
All right. Tarl.
I can see it.
All right. Can everybody else see it? Because y'all's tokens are the two that decide that they don't have vision all the time.
Yes.
Gestalt.
Looks like I have vision.
Okay. So y'all are in the center of this town, and you've just laid everyone to rest. And by this point, it's about midday. And again, it's so quiet here.
So
Like there's not even carrion birds.
I was about to say, but that's Shamrock. I was about to make a comment about birds, but no. You didn't notice any, and you still don't notice any.
Is it a little too quiet? Like, I know there's no one left, but even so...
Does it?
Eerie.
Hmm. Where's that house? Was this the house?
The one that, which house?
The one that we fought in.
That would be the one to the north directly. If you were to go straight up this road, Moose, it's the one on the left at the very top of the map.
Oh shit. Okay.
It is a very large.
If I fly up on my broom, is that house still there?
It is partially burned.
Okay.
I'm gonna just kind of turn and look at Dreyfus and go, so he's actively lying now, and not even pretending, and only cursory pretending to not lie about it.
Technically, he's not fully lying. There was an apostate here, and people had converted to the Smiling Hand, or the Hand of Healing, whatever it was called. I am the one who documented it and turned it in for
Yeah.
mercenaries to.
Remember,
Oh, isn't that how
he's
we
the
met
one
you?
who, yeah, he's the one who came interview us and was like being real sassy.
Yeah,
So
you
As
were
sassy
also
as he gets?
you were also being assholes.
I mean, fair.
I mean, yeah, but you know us now.
I don't know how that changes that.
It really doesn't. So people in the Just some people in a village break the rules, and everyone in the village gets murdered.
Does this shock you? Because it doesn't me.
No, this is standard procedure. He called a holy wind. This is scorched earth.
We knew we were going to see it happen.
Who has a passive perception above 15?
I am at 15.
Yeah,
I am
at
at
15
15.
as well.
I am
Me.
I am at 16.
Okay, Perry and Mularn. Y'all are the ones who hear it. Perry, you can smell it. You hear shuffling. Especially coming from the fields outside of town.
I smell shuffling.
Well,
Oh,
you smell decay raising up and coming out of the ground.
Oh, I scrolled out. Oh no.
Oh god, they have undead again.
What is that?
Didn't we just bury these people?
Okay, please tell me where you buried the folks that you just buried.
You said these were
Okay.
coming out from the field.
Some of them are coming out from the field, but others are staggering in and coming in, some coming out of buildings.
Peregrine just made a big hole, basically, so wherever there would have been space for, like, a mass grave.
Just ping us. I'm going to zoom out. Freki, you ping where you want it to be.
Okay. Like there.
Nice soft dirt there.
I'm assuming there probably wasn't any crops left in the garden, or maybe like it was like all weedy and stuff.
No, there was not a lot of. There was not a lot out there. Everything here, like there are some crops in places, but a lot of them have, grown past edibility. Like they've gone to flower or they've started to rot. Greg did find one pumpkin that wasn't completely gross. By Greg standards.
I think it
Oh,
undid is about
completely.
to find Greg.
So completely gross. Got it.
100% disgusting, but like Greg was pretty sure it was the bee's knees. And I would
the bees are in a jar.
I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Cannot select
Hey!
my token.
Hold on. Arvax, re-roll. You can't select your token?
Nope.
Reroll!
click on it.
Son of a bitch!
Well, I'm going to put in your original one. I just needed you to add it.
It was up there.
I deleted it out because I was going through and deleting all the old ones.
All right, I got it now.
Okay, for some reason it doesn't save me having you control your token.
So if you go into the character sheet menu and change properties, it should stick.
All right, I will do that here in a minute. All right, so let me get everything sorted out here for us. Because the baddies are going to go last. We're dealing with some, in general, Night of the Living Dead
Managed to
style.
get in yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten in yet?
Nope. And I also, yeah.
24.
I want.
Just once, I would like to be faster than Arvax.
Maybe you roll a 24.19 initiative.
Because it's plus 11.19.
Yeah.
Also, you have gone ahead of me in the initiative plenty of times. I roll like shit half the time.
Not while I am within walking distance of you.
All right, so
I can haste myself. I
Newgate.
just can't do big lady boober.
Newgate. You are now hearing it as well.
Do I see this?
You see 1, 2, 3 that you can see of these shambling corpses.
Watch out, Greg. And I will jump between Greg and this dude.
14
and I
hit.
will strike at it.
14 hits.
All right, since I am the only person and creature engaged with it, I get the swashbuckler sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So 33.
So you stab it and give me a con save as you hit it and it pops. Like it's like stabbing through a inflated leather bag.
Okay.
You suffer 1 point of exhaustion. As this hits you in the face and immediately you start feeling your strength being sapped from you. So I'm going to mark.
Kill them at a distance, shit!
It is bad. Let's see. I'm going to make sure. Mularn, remember that you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use the rest of my movement and a bonus action to dash back to further towards the center. And that's my turn.
Perry, you watched as Newgate came in and stabbed, like perfect stab, like straight through the heart on this zombie-looking creature, and it literally deflated like a popped balloon in his face with this nasty purplish, like smoke.
Miasma.
There we go. It is a miasma. Also, everything smells like rotten cabbage and crab cakes.
Oddly specific.
I was trying to think
That
of what's one of the
is not
stinkiest
fun.
combos.
All right. Peregrine, she has the movement for it, so I'm going to do this for flavor. Yeah, that's real easy. She's going to run over to Mularn, clap her hand on his shoulder, and go, okay, we got to kill these things from a distance. Can only do that with your help. I need big lady go bigger. And she's going to take out the fire giant chains, and as best she can, she's going to run over here and just crack them right quick, like not actually attack with them. And she's going to pull them back and ready in action to attack the first enemy that gets within 15 feet of her.
Okay. So, if he doesn't do this, it will be at disadvantage.
That is fine.
But yeah, you've pulled what you have been wearing like bandoliers across your torso are now unfurled to be these massive flaming scourges. All right, Arvax.
Alright, I'm gonna activate Fury of Gods.
Oh, can she bonus action rage? I forgot that I still have a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that.
Bonus action, Fury of Gods. Oh god, I have such a lack of range. Shit. Chill touch. I'm a chill touch.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a roll to hit or is that a save?
It is a roll. I thought I had it set up to where I could just click it, but I do not. Range spell. What do I roll for a range spell attack?
Your spell modifier.
Well,
10 plus proficiency plus the modifier.
It's on your spell sheet, on your character sheet. It should be a +7.
yeah. I'm just looking.
Yeah, 24 hits. Roll that damage.
Let's see. Da-da-da. That's a 8.
You watch that one just pop. And you see that purplish miasma pour out of it as well.
That's all I do.
Y'all just hear the little smacks of Greg's feet as he then jumps and grabs onto the back of Perry's shirt, brandishing the jar of bees.
Oh Lord.
Not the base. Use those for live targets.
Mularn. But they pop!
True.
I think it's gonna take more than the bees. Question. What kind of roofs do these houses have, and how tall are they?
Most of them are single-story homes. The tavern
Would this one be?
this one is a 2-story, but they're all thatched roofs.
Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm pretty light. I'm going to Blessing of the Raven Queen onto the very peak of the roof.
Okay.
And then I will.
roll me a dex save real quick as you get up there. You're now waist deep in the thatching of the roof. As you land on it, and you're now stuck.
That's fine. They can't reach me here. And I am also my peacock spider is going to be on Perry. It's been nestled in.
No, it was on me, wasn't it?
Was it? Okay. The peacock spider will actually jump over to Perry because y'all are close together.
There.
And ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite, Perry's getting big.
The now nearly 16-foot Peregrine is cracking flaming chains like the Balrog. Right, is that it?
That is it. I have nothing more that I can do.
Gestalt.
I'm just gonna. I see this one down here.
Yep.
I'm just gonna do a quick. Yeah, just gonna. Nothing special. Just. Do a nice little shot.
Totally
here.
hits.
14 piercing.
Yep. You watch as that one pops into purple miasma as well.
Okay, that one's down. That one's down. Okay. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20 and aim at that one.
Okay.
No.
You shoot that off into the side of a building, and your bow now is slightly misaligned. You will need to take some time to put it back in place.
Well, dang. Oh, well. So, let's see. Down. Just Brad isn't a person, so he's going to just run in there and do a...
11 will hit.
Oh, 11 does hit. Okay, good job, Brad.
All right,
10
that's
force damage.
give me a con save from just Brad. He's fine.
He's fine. He's good. He's good.
He's now just covered in like residue from the purple miasma, as if it was like a spray paint can that blew up.
And that's my turn.
All right, Tarl. That definitely hits. He pops 2. The zombies just go after Dreyfus. I wasn't adding them to the turn order. An 11 will hit. Which one were you shooting at, Tarl? 4 damage. Yeah, that does it too. Mulak.
I moved and stealthed.
Okay. Mulak.
Okay. I want to go up. How tall is the tallest building around me?
The building your brother's on is a 2-story building.
So like 20 feet.
Yeah.
I'll go about 30 feet straight up. And do I see like all of this shit?
Yeah.
All of these dudes?
Yeah, you see that y'all are fairly surrounded.
Okay. I'll just shout out, everybody, we're kind of fucked. Get to, what is this building? Does it have like, is that like a double door?
It's like it looks like it was I shouldn't say a barn, but it looks like it was someone's workshop / home that had a double door on it. But this is a 1-story building.
Right, but it has, the doors are no longer there?
No.
No, as in they are disappeared?
No, the doors are not on.
Correct, like there are no doors there.
Right.
Okay. I'll just point, like, everybody get in that building. We're gonna have to make a choke because there are like 50 of these things.
Are these things slow moving?
We don't want to be in front of them.
Can we just make a run for it?
Yes, carve a path.
Okay. Where do we want to go? We can go
Out of the city.
Okay, so Mularn, you can see that to the north of you, where the most of the fields are, is really dense. To the south of you, where a lot of the town's houses were, and the main road back south is really dense. Either east or west, you could probably cut a hole.
The path east looks clear.
Yeah. Looks that way for me too. We either got to go east or west, north or south. There's too many of them.
Either way, it gets us out of the city.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Okay, so I'll just start going north, I guess. So I have 30 more feet.
Did you just post Luffy
15, 20,
pushing a
25,
zombie back in the
30.
ground? Yes, you
Yeah.
did. Somewhat accurate here.
And then it's gonna hit all of these guys.
Over here.
Yeah,
So you're hitting to the west of everybody over here.
correct.
Okay.
Vitriolic Sphere. They need to make a Dexterity 17.
They did not make it.
And they take
I mean, if they
47
popped
damage.
from 4 damage, it wouldn't have mattered.
Here's the deal, Mularn, as you throw that, you see 2 of them pop, but the rest of them scream as they dissolve into acid, into a puddle. We'll mark the ones that you saw scream when you hit.
Wait, some screamed?
Everybody heard screams.
What the fuck? Why did the zombie scream?
No, they just do that.
No, they kind of don't. These have been
Sometimes
popping.
They do. Some zombies talk.
These have been popping.
Well, they can't pop and talk.
I don't know. This is fucking weird.
Anything else, Malak?
That's it.
All right, Dreyfus. I was going to say, we're trying to cut a way out. Is that the plan?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. You know, as many times as I have to pull up the rules for exhaustion, you think I would have memorized them by now?
Ability check.
Yeah, just disadvantage on ability checks for now.
Two is
Alrighty.
attack rolls, 3 is saving throws, 4 is half movement, 5 is incapacitated, 6 is dead. Or 5 is dead. I don't even know if there's a...
Boo, boo, boo. What he is going to do is he is going to move this way 1, 5, 10. Oh, before he moves. Let's see. Who is the slowest member of the party?
Probably Greg.
Well, Greg is also now riding on the back of y'all's own hill giant known as Peregrine. He is going to cast haste on Gestalt. And then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, at the end of his turn, oh god, I put a lot of these fuckers on here. They don't seem to really be fast at all. And I think, let me zoom out. That's all of them. They all start lumbering towards you. Back to the top of the order with Newgate.
All right, bonus action dash to 45 here. As I get close to Dreyfus, I'm going to pull out from behind, tucked in behind my backpack, this little handheld harpoon gun. And I'm going to shoot this one to my immediate south in the...
Right here?
Yeah.
20 will hit.
No sneak attack.
6 will be enough. He pops, and the purple smoke starts to continue.
I can make it 15 more. So I'll be cheesing it to there. And that's my turn.
All right. Perry.
Right, she's gonna move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here.
Mm-hmm.
And take a swing at this one first.
All right. Roll your big old fiery Kratos chains. 26 will hit.
All right.
For a total of a lot.
Yep.
This one does not pop. As the flaming scourge hits it, you hear a cry as it then crumples to the ground.
Did it look any different? Does it look any different than the others?
Give me an inspection or give me an investigation.
Can she see if it smells any different and do a perception check?
I'm going to say with the 20, it doesn't smell different.
Okay. Let me see if there's probably none. Yeah, no.
No, that's an undead thing. It made a weird noise. You probably hit it so hard air escaped.
She's moving her last 10 feet so that she can reach this one for her second attack. Same thing.
Same situation with this one.
I don't like that.
Just another cry as it's then crumpled and broken into this wall over here.
I don't like that at all. That's all.
Arvax.
I'm sorry. Did you say it started to cry?
Yeah. It screamed out in pain and cry before it died from being smacked with 20 damage.
Do the ones that are screaming and crying look any different than the ones that are exploding?
From where you are, you can't tell. You're kind of stuck in a roof and there's weird noises. But it is now Arvax's go.
Yay.
Oh, wait. Greg is down here too. Because he's just hanging on to the back of a very big, angry bear lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast haste on myself. move 60 feet. My movement up to where Dreyfus is.
Where's my mouse? Where is my mouse? As you just book it that fast, you just hear Aspic making an R2D2 noise.
Cast spells. I think I'm gonna hold here. Hold an attack for something that comes up towards me.
Okay, can definitely do that.
I'm gonna hold an attack.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna do anything else.
Greg is going to put the jar of bees into a sling. And that hits. Killing this one and it poofs, but these two, Perry, you notice kind of shift away as that one pops, and they are swatting at the bees.
Some are behaving like they're sentient.
Like, let me say that the way they're
Sapient.
doing it is their hand. They all have their hands up in the stereotypical, like, Night of the Living Dead zombie walk-in type thing. But these are trying to move their arms in a very stiff manner.
Sentient, then.
Possibly seems it might be that way.
Dang, I wanted to kill Alpha.
All right, Mularn, in the roof.
Mm,
You heard Perry yell, some of them are acting sentient.
let's see. That's a full action. And that's full action. It might not be. Fuck it. Let's go. I'm going to pop out of the roof like a champagne cork. And let's see. uh and I am going to fly over here by Perry. And I'm gonna kind of hover above. I kind of hover above this house.
You can see that these two down here are swatting at bees that are now flying everywhere.
I want to take a real good fucking look at these guys.
Give me an investigation check. You get a real good look at this one at the front.
Huh?
It's just a mutilated human.
So it's still.
There's scabbing and there's coagulation, but there's also fresh blood. near the corner of the eyes and where there used to be a nose. And it looks like the reason their arms are stuck in that way is like they have been broken and then forced into that position.
Son of a bitch.
So some of these are whatever those bag zombie things are, but some of these are probably the rest of the villagers.
I am going to. I'm gonna holler at Tarl. Turn the undead, heal the wounded. A lot of these are just people. And that's what I got.
Gestalt.
Okay, can I use the extra action to fix my crossbow?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look up this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yes. Assuming we are going this way. So I'm just gonna do some pot shots at the ones up here.
Totally hits. That one pops.
Aim the crossbow up at this one.
Yeah,
Oh.
that hits.
19.
That one starts gurgling as the arrow goes through the dead center of their throat and falls back on the ground.
Oh, that one sounded different. Okay, yeah.
At this point, your hasted brain catches up to Mularn yelling, "Heal the wounded, turn undead."
Okay, so I'm just gonna have Colodets get right here.
Okay.
Be on guard. Like in case one of those gets close.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Tarl. You just heard Mularn yell, "Some of these are just people, turn undead, heal the wounded."
I'll try turn undead, but I'm only going to affect the two to my south.
You could always hold action.
Do you wish to hold turn undead until a number of them get closer?
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Okay. How many would you like to hold it until they are close enough to you, Tarl?
I'm going to fire it off at the next round. Their next movement round whenever they get closer.
Okay. Mulak. Your party seems to be moving to the south and east, and you heard your brother yell that.
I'll just zip over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And I'll just do a regular old acid splash on this one.
Okay, so that's a dex save. 13 doesn't do it. And you're going to twin it onto the one next to it using the...
No, it just splashes automatically to it.
Okay, does it need to make a dex save as well?
Yes.
15.
Okay, so they both take 11 acid damage.
Both of them drop, crying out in pain, as they then pass out and die from the severe acid burns they have received.
And
Yeah, I keep thinking I can use my, but I can't at the moment. So that's it.
Dreyfus is going to scoop up a handful of dirt and ash and move here and chunk it at this one that starts coughing. So I'll mark that with so the one he just literally threw a dirt clod in the face of starts coughing from what has been tossed at it. And he's going to yell, "Some of them need to breathe." And with that, it is going to be their turn. Oh, this is a lot of them. Is that all of them? Or have I forgotten anybody? Oh, I forgot this boy. Oh, and that one. So. And with that, this is actually where we are going to end tonight's session.
I just saw a red circle enveloping us, and I was like, "Why did you say that right when that happened?"
You can thank Cannon for that one.
Yeah, I was looking at my range and nothing's in range except for one.
Gonna say, don't you drop no fireball on us.
But this is where we'll end tonight's session. Seems like there is something odd going on with what is around you. So I will, let's see, schedule. This Thursday we'll be back with Into the Woods. And then next Monday we'll be back with Holy Winds. And coming up soon will be Extra Life, which we are currently partnered with Batson's Children's Hospital. If you're watching the stream, you'll see that we have the information up for them. And also if you click down below, you can donate. So if you can, we would greatly appreciate it. Anytime that we can help parents not worry about paying medical bills, it would be greatly appreciated, and it's doing good. And I'll turn it over to my wife for the socials.
Alrighty. We appreciate anyone who You can always watch this episode later and all of our previous episodes and podcasts and such over on our YouTube channel, which is the same as here as Team Bonus Action. We're also Team Bonus Action over on Facebook and at bonus_team on Twitter/X, which those two places are the best to find out when we are going live. And we also have our website, teambonusaction.com.
And since Knox is here,
We appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, don't let your meatloaf.